Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on cold steel. I think they're going to be in a lot of people's pockets. Did you see the SHOT Show announcement? They're moving a lot of their recon, if not all of them, their recon and their lawmen into CTS-XHP. Yeah, I know, that's awesome. And then some of their, from what I can tell, most of their what do they call this? What is their plastic FRN? I don't know what they call it. Grivery, Grivex, something like that. They're moving most of these to a BD1, which is a CTS steel. That is a Carpenter steel too. Is that CTS or just BD1? I believe it's just BD1. May have misspoke on that. Anyways, they're both made by Carpenter. From my research and my limited experience with BD1 blade steel, I had it in a Mannix sprint run maybe 2 years ago now, and I was pretty impressed. I liked it. I felt that it wasn't quite as good as even S30V, so it's definitely an upgrade from the AUS 8, but I don't think you're going to see huge improvements. Of course, depending on how they heat treat it. That being said, real quick review on all three of these. These are great knives for the money, even with AUS 8A steel in them. I would recommend them to people who are just looking for a tool. Now, if you're watching this video, you're probably a knife connoisseur. You might not be interested in this knife with AUS 8, right? But I'm telling you, as soon as some of these designs here get CTS-XHP, and they're doing away with this crappy coating. Yep, that coating is pure garbage. It's not good at all. Okay, but they're moving to a DLC coating on this. Now, we're going to have to pay a little more for that, but it's going to be totally worth it. I think they are discontinuing these AUS 8 models. So will these be collector items or not? Probably not. They printed these off by the thousands. They assembled them, however you want to say it. They produced them. So I don't think we're holding on to anything really rare. I wouldn't put these in your, plan on retiring off your cold steel AUS 8 knives. But anyways, I'm glad that I own them. I'm glad that I have experience with them. I have carried and used them. Not a ton. I can't lie to you guys. I do love some of my other knives more. But these are still great knives. You can see the lanyard's all dirty. Blades have been all cut up on them. I don't really want to do individual videos for these guys because they're cold steel recon ones. They're like $50, and you guys just know if you like it, buy it, okay? But the new ones coming out, when they're $100, I think we're going to be super impressed, or however much they are. If they're $130, $140, $150 a knife, which I don't think they're going to be, because we're going to look on the iPad here. We're going to find out that I think the manufacturer recommended whatever is $150. So, of course, they'll be hitting the store cheaper than that. What I really like about these guys is that they did away with the liner. And they've done this for a long time, so this is nothing new. But these are very light knives. They have the cold steel triad lock that Andrew Demko designed. All it does is put that stop pin right there, which I've already made a video on this, which takes all the tension and force from this motion and the down motion. It's a super simple addition to the lock back, but makes a huge difference. And notice how they have this cut out here. See how it's nice and round? So it wraps around your stop pin so that whole force is being distributed along the whole half of the pin, right? It just helps with wear. So these knives hold up for a long time. These have all centered blades, and I really like how they use the whole blade, use the whole handle with blade. Look at that. Comes all the way down to the very end. Really nice, thick, very grippy G10. That's too grippy when you get it, but after a few days in your pocket, it calms down and stays grippy, about like a new Spyderco G10. See, when you use this and you got a lot of use on it, this G10 is almost smooth. It has grip to it, but it's definitely nothing like it was when it was brand new. These wear down and stay like this was brand new. So I think they have the right idea here, especially for their application. Being that it's grippy, you do have to loosen up the clip a little bit. You're going to have to release a little bit of that tension. And then you're going to want to sand underneath that clip just so it doesn't chew up your pants going in and out. Right, so once you do that, that's all you got to do. These knives are good to go. They ship pretty sharp. Mine were working sharp. They weren't super sharp. But definitely, if you have the AUS 8 models, I was pretty impressed with the steel. They do a real nice heat treat. I broke down a lot of cardboard boxes and did a lot of work with these guys. And didn't have to touch them up as much as I thought I was going to have to. Now, of course, it's still AUS 8. It's not a super steel, but it's a good working steel. You know, if you are just learning how to sharpen knives and stuff, it's a good steel. If you enjoy being able to put a razor sharp edge back on your knives in like 5 to 10 swipes, it's a good steel. If you just want to strop that edge back, it's good. You know, I don't have any complaints, but I'm super excited to see these come out with CTS-XHP steel. The Raja 3, a little too wide for me to really carry. A little bit of a funky blade shape. That's why I liked it. Kind of a kukri style, right? It's nice. It's a little bit heavy. The liners, has nested liners in here, are not milled out in any way, so a little bit heavy. Again, you can't beat that tri-lock, and come in the stonewash. So this will be getting the BD1 blade steel upgrade. These will be going to CTS-XHP. Let's get a look. Thank you guys. If you haven't got a cold steel knife, they are Taiwanese made knives, made in Taiwan. Most of us do not have a problem with that, right? We know they make great knives in Taiwan, right? You guys know this. I don't have to focus this. Taiwan. They do a good job. Look at that dirty, dirty blade. I know, imagine that. Using a blade to cut stuff. That will wash right off. All right. Let's get to the getting. Cold steel. We're going to take a look at it on the iPad. I don't know how well this is going to work. Let me know what you think. New for 2015. If you haven't seen this yet, man, I am impressed. Again, it looks like all their FRN are going to that BD1. So the Recon, this guy right there, CTS BD1. They call it GrivX. So that model's getting upgraded. Here is, oh, what are we doing? Using shortcuts on this. This may not have been a good idea. Anyways, you can see right here they're going to CTS-XHP in their Recon series, which is great because, man, they have so much to offer in that Recon series. They got everything you want, whether it be the mini, whether it be the large or the extra large. And CTS-XHP, and I can't stress that enough, with the DLC coating on the blade, they are going to be an incredible value. I'm pretty excited if you couldn't tell. They've got some new models out here. Andrew Demko was showing this off on Instagram, the custom version. You can see the recommended price there. They will not sell for that much, I don't think. CTS-XHP. That's a gorgeous looking knife. Very useful looking. Again, that one will be the BD1. The Spartan has that GrivX handle on it. Those Spartans are huge. This is what I wanted to show you. Oh, man. check out the specs. They are saying about $600 for manufacturer recommended MSRP, but you guys know they won't be hitting for that much. So this looks a lot like what? Andrew Demko's custom AD10. Yes. Check this out. Where can we see that? 100% made in the US. Oh man. CPM 20 CV blade steel, made in America. Cold steel triad lock. Looks almost identical to the custom AD10 from Andrew Demko. That's going to be a sweet knife. Probably a little too thick, a little too big and bulky for me to purchase, but I know a lot of you guys love this and are going to be all over it. 9.2 ounces. It's going to be a monster. Blade length 4 inches. Yeah, monster. But anyways, I think it's going to be very popular for them, and I hope it is, because I would love to see more offerings like this from them. You know, maybe a mini version of that would be beautiful. So that's all I wanted to show you. They've got a few new models. I'm not really interested in karambit style knives with the ring on the end. Looks pretty wicked though. Drop Forge Hunter. Pretty cool design. It's just washing out. I can't really show you this stuff. Go look for yourself. They've got the Ultimate Hunter here. CTS-XHP. That is a nice looking knife. I like it. There it is. I'm excited. What do you guys think? Cold Steel Recon Mini in DLC with the high hollow ground with XHP with the Demko triad lock. Oh man, how about a Lawman? It's gonna give a good competition to the drum roll. Oh man, am I gonna catch some hate for that? I think it will. Coming in at probably $100 price point, 120, 140. I'd pay $150 for this knife in CTS-XHP with the new coating on it. I would. And guess what? As much as I love the SNG, and you guys know I do, this will cut better. Yes. That high hollow ground blade. Really thin. I can't stress how thin these are behind the edge. This thing slices like crazy. It's a fun knife. Even in AUS 8. When you get this sucker and you're looking for a tool, something hard use, man, I don't think they're going to be able to keep them in stock, honestly. But that's just me. Of course, you either like Lynn Thompson or you hate him. I fall in the middle. I think he's making a great tool. I don't think he takes himself as seriously as a lot of people think. You know, people love to make fun of him. They love to hate him, but truth be known, he has been producing great quality tools for a long time. And they're really onto something here with this triad lock. Going to no liners on these G10 models. No liners, just thick G10. Nice and grippy. Keeps the knife nice and light. Has a nice balance point. Both of them. This is a little front heavy, but pretty nice balance point on it. And they produce them serrated, partly serrated. They have clip points. They have spear point. They have tanto. I don't know. Enough gushing, guys. I'm excited. Are you guys excited for XHP Recons and Lawmans? Let me know. What do you think about that? Made in America, AD10. What if it comes in, what they say, $600? What if it comes in at about $450 to $500? American made. CPM 20 CV with the triad lock. I don't think they're going to be able to keep them in stock. I really don't. Not when, you know, it's good competition to this, the SNG, and many other knives, mid-techs included. So, be nice to see Cold Steel do a mid-tech line, won't it? I think so. See ya.